Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Kelvin with another movie thought. And as you saw from the title, I wanted to talk about Enter the Dragon. I've been asked this question many times because a lot of people know that not only am I a movie buff, but I'm a kung fu movie buff as well. And a friend of mine asked me, he asked me this question before, and he asked me again recently. So I wanted to kind of give my thoughts on this question, and that question is Enter the Dragon still the best kung fu movie? And before I get into that answer, I just want to say that, when Enter the Dragon was released, Enter the Dragon was such a cultural and cultural phenomenon. It was a big time movie. The first time that a American studio and a Chinese studio linked together to do this one movie, it made a big time star out of Bruce Lee, solidifying him as probably one of the greats, not only in martial arts but just as a man, as a person. Kung fu schools were opening in America because of Bruce Lee, and everybody wanted to be Bruce Lee. Enter the Dragon is one of my favorite martial arts films of all time. The film still stands up. You can still watch it, and awesome movie. I guess my answer to that question is Enter the Dragon still the best kung fu movie ever made? I think at that time it probably was, because it brought other films into the forefront. We wouldn't have Jet Li, Jackie Chan, Yuen Biao, Sammo Hung, Donnie Yen, Michelle Yeoh. We wouldn't have all of these people if it wasn't for Enter the Dragon, if it wasn't for the impact of Mr. Bruce Lee. But if someone asks me, hey, is Enter the Dragon still the best martial arts film of all time? Is it the top, number one film of all time? And I think, that question is really to each its own. Everybody has their own list. Everybody has their own, favorite martial arts movies. For some people, it may not be Bruce Lee. For some people, it may be Shaw Brothers stuff. It may be the Venom Mob stuff. You know what I'm saying? It may be Gordon Liu stuff. It may be Donnie Yen stuff. It's just because kung fu movies are just a wide spectrum of different films. I think that it's very different, and you can pick from every genre. I love Bruce Lee, don't get me wrong. I really love Bruce Lee, but I love Jackie Chan more than I do Bruce Lee, and that's not knocking Bruce Lee of anything. Enter the Dragon, I grew up on Enter the Dragon. Enter the Dragon was the kung fu movie that I am reminded of. You know what I'm saying? I remember that from my childhood, and I also remember watching a show that used to come on Sundays called Samurai Sunday, or Samurai Saturdays on some days, where they would just show all kung fu movies, and that's my childhood. But with all the kung fu movies that I've seen recently, I don't know if I could still say that it's still the best. It's on my list as probably one of the best kung fu films of all time, but I don't know if it's number one. But you guys tell me what you think. Tell me if I'm right. Tell me if I'm wrong.